Good evening everybody, myself Acharya Vishvendra, and today I'll discuss quiz of the day for class 11th physics. This is from the topic of potential energy. So corresponding to a potential energy U, the force versus distance graph is given in the figure, and we need to find the stable equilibrium position, the unstable equilibrium position and the non-equilibrium position. So ultimately it's a concept related to equilibrium of a body. So now let's start with the solution. So if we understand the concept of equilibrium are of three types: stable, unstable and neutral. In all the equilibrium, force has to be zero, whether it is stable, unstable or neutral. Second condition is, in stable equilibrium, potential energy is minimum, whereas in unstable equilibrium, potential energy is maximum, and in neutral equilibrium, potential energy is constant, it's neither maximum nor minimum. Third condition is, we can say that double derivative of potential energy with respect to distance is positive here. Here this double derivative is negative, and here it is zero. This statement can be equivalently written as del F by del R. Here it should be negative, and here del F by del R should be positive, and here del F by del R is zero. Now del F by del R is slope of tangent of the force versus distance graph. So if we analyze the slope of tangent at A, we can see that this tangent makes an obtuse angle with the R axis, and if we draw tangent at the point C, we see this angle is acute. So certainly we can say that dF by dr is positive at A with force is equal to 0, because at A force is 0 and dF by dr is negative. It is negative at A and it is positive at B, at C, and force here is 0. So we can say that del F by del R is negative. So that means it corresponds to the fourth position and it corresponds to the stable equilibrium position. So we can say from over here that A point, this corresponds to stable equilibrium. So stable equilibrium is corresponded by A. Unstable equilibrium at point C, because del F by del R is positive, for unstable equilibrium, and we have seen that del F by del R is the slope, and slope is positive at C because the angle here is acute and force is 0 at both the points. So it corresponds to C. And non-equilibrium position is when force is not 0. So certainly it corresponds to the point B. So in this way you can solve your questions quickly, and the purpose behind quiz of the day is to give you random questions and to check your problem solving skills and on the spot retention. In case of any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. Thank you and have a nice day.